Hi, how's it going? So this is the Ostara tarot reading, okay? And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing an overall reading first, and then I'm going to do the 4 elements, all right? So without further ado, let's get started. Now, Ostara is going to come around on the 20th of the 3rd, 2026 at exactly 2:45 p.m., all right? And it's Greenwich Mean Time, not summertime, because the clocks go forward on the 29th. But that's neither here nor there. 20th of March 2026, 2:45. And I have tarot cards as to what we should be expecting, not only during Ostara, but for the entire 9-year cycle. If you need more information on that, you can go ahead and check out Empress Justice Astrology, where I've done this whole breakdown of Ostara and the 9-year cycle. For right now though, I'm going to give you the tarot interpretations of Ostara and the 9-year cycle. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first card we've got is the 4 of Abundance. It's time to reflect upon your relationship with money. Are you spending it too freely, or are you holding on to it too tightly? This can also relate to how you give of yourself to others. Is your heart open, or are you holding back? Your hard work and wise investments will bring great success. What I get from this is that the only way we're going to survive is if we share our resources. Because as tight as things have been, they're going to get tighter. They're going to get tighter. There will be reviews of government spending, and this will be across the board, okay? Because the world is in conflict, especially the Western world. So there will be a review of budgets. As always, the most vulnerable people in society will get hit first. But in terms of taxation, in terms of welfare benefits, there will be some changes made. Taxes might be lowered somewhat, but that actually might have dire consequences for vulnerable people as well. So if you're rich, if you're part of the 0.01%, probably going to be laughing because you're the one who makes the rules anyway. But for the rest of us, we may need to not only tighten our belts but share with each other as well. So there might be a greater need for community due to financial reshuffling. Okay, now let's get to the Empress. Creativity and abundance. Dear one, you're being called to action. You're ready to accomplish great things and truly come into the fullness of who you are. It's a time for great creativity, giving birth to beloved projects, or becoming a parent. Follow your passion so that abundance and prosperity manifest for you. Now, this is the actual irony of this, is that the more resources get tighter and the more resourceful people have to be, is the more they will begin to develop new skills, okay? They will develop new skills, and ironically, some people might end up creating something that actually puts them in a beneficial financial position in spite of this, right? So there will be a sense of ingenuity that kind of comes over all of us, really, because of, what's going on with the Aquarius stellium. We might be tempted, a lot of us are going to be tempted to think outside the box, and think beyond the boss, right? We're going to be tempted to think outside the box because of the nature of everything that's going on right now. We're going to be more resourceful, more creative. Ironically, it will lead to some people finding more of a purpose and maybe earning a little bit more money than they would have done before this happened. Okay, again, this is over the period of 9 years. This is not like a year one or a first season period. This is across the whole 9 years. Okay, now we've got 10 of emotion. Life is blessing you with a wonderful and loving family. Great happiness and emotional fulfillment are now on the horizon. Harmony with those you love is assured. By offering forgiveness, understanding, and kindness to others, you're rewarded with unconditional love. You see, this is the weird thing about this 9-year cycle, right? Duality doesn't just exist with politics. It also exists with the way people treat each other. What we will notice as times get more difficult is that there's going to be less nuance in the ways people treat you. It's either they're going to be really like monstrous and awful to you, or they're going to really like have your back. There's going to be like, hold on, sorry, a dehumidifier in the background. There's going to be more of a, you know, a more of a duality to humanity rather than like shades of gray, right? What you may find is that on the one hand, for some of you, there may be people who despise your entire existence. And then on the other side of things, there are going to be people who really step up to the plate, who really want to see you win, who really want to get behind you. And during times like these, that duality tends to get a lot clearer. All right? At least on the surface anyway. So 16, out with the old, in with the new. Heaven is showing you a sign that it's time to move in a new direction. Often this is because you're not happy and feel a lack of purpose in your life. This is a wake-up call to make changes that match your heart's desires and spiritual truths. It kind of goes along with this. Now, I know this is the Tower card and it's quite a scary card usually, but what I'm seeing is that when everything really unravels and everything really crumbles to the ground, that's when we're really going to see some people rise up and discover new strengths within themselves that they thought they didn't have. They're really going to discover new things about themselves that they didn't know, new talents, new skills, like I said before, ingenuity, courage, strength, resilience. So there's, you know, for those who haven't been really experiencing a lot of love, some of you might have the opportunity to truly experience that because of the lack of nuance, because of the increased duality and how people are treating each other. Do you understand what I mean? So the advice cards that I've got for this are Peace, Archangel Chamuel, and you are safe, Archangel Michael. Okay, so with the Peace card, it says peace comes from remembering only love is real. Hold on to the people that truly love you and that you truly love. Because again, the positive aspects of like a grim time like this is that there is going to be an increase of people who truly love you and truly see it for you. There's none of this wishy-washy stuff. Those are with you, are fucking with you. And there's nothing that you can say or do to change that or to make them change course. They are loyal and devoted to you. So as long as you hold on to those people, as long as you remember that the whole reason why we are all here is because of love, that is what is going to help us survive. That is what is going to help people make it up out the mud as we slide further into darker times. Okay? You are safe. Archangel Michael, I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and home. Again, maintaining your integrity, connecting with your beliefs, and working really, really hard at what you're supposed to be doing. These things are going to be your saving grace. It's not our circumstances that make us, and I'm the first to admit that. It's how you adapt to your circumstances. I've had to learn that the hard way. But I'm telling you this because I want you to learn the easy way. There are those of you, I'm not going to lie to you, there are those of you who will make it through. There are those of you who will survive. There are those of you who are tough, right? And there are those of you who are a little bit softer, a little bit, you know, less sure and need more help. And wherever you can get the help right now. Get the help if you need it and when you need it. Just remember to ask for the right things. Ask for the things that will help you survive long term. But yeah, uncertain times, finances squeezed, resilience and resourcefulness are the result, but not everybody is going to be tough enough to make it alone. Some of you are going to need help, as much help as you can get. Okay? I'm sorry, I've got to be real in these readings because, you know, we've got enough love and light stuff going on. Even in my own readings, I can't help it, you know. So let's move on. I've got some notes written down here. So yes, I did point out that there was sudden and unexpected security changes. But I did point out that some of you discovering these talents, it might lead you into better spaces than you would have gotten into had this situation not happened, or had this world not changed for the way it changed, right? From what I can see, like what I've said in the notes, is that some of you will really come into your own and really come into fruition. But because of how chaotic everything is, you will be met with jealousy, and there will be people wanting to punish you for the leveling up that you're doing. This is especially for my people who have become more resourceful and more resilient during times of hardship and find themselves thriving. A lot of other people will be jealous of you, even when they don't know how hard you've had to work in order to have what you have. They're still going to be jealous of you. They're still going to try to sabotage or punish you. So be on your guard. Be the best, but be prepared, right? And of course, there's going to be revelations coming out that disrupt the status quo and disrupt, you know, our sense of peace and harmony. These times might make people a bit more reckless than they need to be. But there will be some, you know, a surprising amount of emotional loyalty among specific people during this time. Okay. So now we got to get into the signs. All right. And I am going to begin with the water signs. So let's have a look, see. Okay. So okay, hold on. Okay, so for water signs, this is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. We have review and contemplation. We have fair decisions. So that's the Judgment card and Justice card. Just saying. They've got the Guardian of Action card, which is the King of Wands. We've got the Five of Emotion, which is the Five of Cups. And we have got Breathe. All right. So what is this saying? Well, first of all, we've got to get into review and contemplation, which is the Judgment card. It says here, you've accomplished a great deal in your life and you have much to be proud of. Now it's time to decide what's next. As you contemplate the past and the present, you'll get clear on your divine life purpose. Don't be distracted by conventional thinking. Be the real you. Yeah. Again, there's a disruption of the status quo to be observed, water signs. And with that comes a realization that trying to do things in a normal way is not going to work anymore. Now, I've discovered that with mercurial signs, mercurial nakshatras, especially like Ashlesha, Jeshta, Revati, even Revati, there is like a deep-seated desire to be normal, to do things in a normal, conventional way, right? Now you've got to let that go. You don't have like the status quo holding you back anymore because it's actively being dismantled. So you don't have that holding you back anymore. You are being called. You are being called. You've got to answer the call. When it comes to what you're truly talented in, what you're truly devoted to, you're being called to use those gifts and use those skills to help people and to rise up and to help people and to encourage a world of justice at a time where justice seems to be slipping away from a lot of people. Okay? With justice. Your angels are aware that you have concerns, but be assured there's nothing to worry about. Stand your ground and know that heaven is shining its divine light upon the situation and all is being healed. Take the time to review all the details thoroughly. Forgiveness will bring peace to everyone involved. So again, this is about using your talents and using your gifts for the greater good. It is going to be more important now than it ever was. right? Like I said, if you look at the water signs during astrology, like in Empress Justice Astrology, I did a whole video on water signs talking about how you guys want to be the alpha. Now is your chance. Now is your chance. Now is your opportunity to be the alpha. Now is your opportunity to lead. Now is your opportunity to lead spiritually and intellectually and with your talents and your knowledge. Now is the time. Got to step up to the plate. And I feel like you will. I feel like you absolutely will do that. Because it's not going to be something that I have a feeling that it's not going to be something that you really think about. It's going to be something that you just spring into. Something that you just decide to do. That like, it just seems like very much I'm deciding to do this. Right? And then we've got the King of Wands, Guardian of Action. It's time for you to step up and be the leader. Hey, it's not just me saying that. It's time for you to step up and be the leader. Your natural leadership skills are being called into action. This is your moment in the sun, so move into the light and shine for all to see. This card is also about a person who has charisma, is inspiring, enjoys a challenge, and loves the spotlight. Baby, air signs. There's a... I don't know what more clues you need that either you need to step up to the plate or you're going to step up to the plate when it comes to your talents and abilities. Your mind is already on the bigger picture and your mind is already on what needs to be done. I'm not gonna hold you, water signs. I don't think you're gonna hesitate. I don't think you'll hesitate. I think you are gonna step up to the plate immediately. And I don't think it's something that you go into deep thought about. I don't think it's something that you need to be cajoled into, even though I'm trying to cajole you into that. I don't think it's something that you need to be cajoled into. This is a decision that you're going to make. Okay? 5 of emotion. Forgiveness is an important part of healing. Forgive yourself and those around you for any mistakes of the past so that everyone can move forward. Grieving is a normal part of life. Ask your angels or those you love to help you move through the process quickly so that you can get back on the path of joy. I feel like this is more about forgiving the past than any future disappointments. Some people might want to help you on your cause, might want to help you with whatever it is you got going on. And I don't think you're not going to forgive them. I think these are people you've already forgiven. I think you've already forgiven them. I don't think you're going to hold a grudge, but I think you're going to be wary of them. Because these enemies in particular, you remember what I said about water signs not naturally being manipulative? This might be, I don't think it's another water sign, might be an air sign. Truth be told, I'm not going to lie to you, this could be an earth sign, you know. It could be an earth sign that was like really manipulative with you and they want to make amends and they want to make things right. Again, it's not like you haven't forgiven them. You've already forgiven them in your heart. You don't really hold any anger towards them, but you might be a little bit wary at this point. This person, you should make them prove themselves. First, watch what they do. Give it a beat. Watch what they do in their own lives to contribute towards the same cause that you're on. Watch what they do. Give it a beat. And see what they're about before you make a decision. I'm not saying you should forgive them. I'm not saying you shouldn't forgive them. But their actions will reveal their motives way better than their words can. Okay? So that's what I think is going on, not only for Ostara right now, but for the next 9 years. You're going to step up to the plate. You're going to have a lot of responsibility on your back. Archangel Raphael says breathe. Take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and to release old patterns. So that's to do with this and this. Brace yourself for the changes. Become still. Brace yourself for the changes that are coming up, because this is where you and your voice are amplified. Brace yourself. Brace yourselves, water signs. Okay? Now, yeah, your calling is coming. And I feel like because you're following your calling and you're following what you're truly meant to be doing, I feel like there will be some kind of career or financial success here throughout the process of 9 years. And I feel like when it comes to old heartache and old betrayals, make people prove themselves. But I really feel that you've already done that, and the only thing that you need to do now is make people prove themselves to you before they can come back to you and say, hey, I've changed. No, where's the behavior? Okay? You're guarding yourself. You're guarding yourself. You're not unforgiving, you're guarded, right? Make people prove themselves first before they even begin to come to you. That's the one piece of advice that I would give water signs. But other than that, it looks like in spite of uncertain times, you might be on your way to a more fulfilling, hell, even stable life. And I never thought I would say that. But yeah, that seems to be your path at the moment, water signs. Congratulations. Okay, so that was for water signs. That was for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Okay, fire signs next. So we have the Four of Emotion, which is the Four of Cups. Got the Healer of Action. I'm sorry, my lungs are clearing themselves. We've got the Healer of Action, which is the Queen of Wands. We have got the Eight of Abundance, which is the Eight of Pentacles. And we've got the Seven of Abundance, and you all know what that means. Okay. All is well. I already know that there's some disappointments on the way, not only this year, but for the next 9 years. But your disappointments, fire signs, are going to be blessings in disguise. And it's not just because you have a natural ability at making opportunities out of every situation you end up in. It's also because you will end up getting better results than what you wanted. You'll end up getting better results than what you wanted. What will happen is you will get something, you will face disappointments. But it's like you wanted a lamb, but, well, no, I'm not going to use animals. It's like you wanted a gold coin, but you ended up getting a booyah. Why do I call it a booyah? I think it's because of Yosemite Sam. Let me try that again. It's like you get a gold coin, but you end up getting bullion. It's that type of thing, right? Like there are certain things that you wanted to put in place, and you know, you're met with disappointment, but then you're shifted towards something that's infinitely better for you. And you won't see that at first, but over time, it's going to occur to you, hold on a minute, maybe this is where I was supposed to be headed. This is what I was supposed to be doing, right? So with the Four of Emotion, let's see this. We've got, there are wonderful people who wish to help you. Opportunities are being offered to you, but you aren't noticing or trusting the gifts. Heaven is bestowing upon you. Look around you. Daydreaming or going within is a healthy way to get clarity as long as you act upon your dreams. No, like not noticing opportunities is like, okay, so maybe fire signs, you could be accused of not knowing when your opportunities are being given to you, but it doesn't mean you don't take opportunities or create opportunities for yourself. I think what this card is suggesting is don't make things harder for yourself than you need to, right? Make sure you take into accountability, not take into accountability, but make sure you take every opportunity, even the ones that are offered to you that you do not have to work for. And also take accountability. The word accountability came out for a reason. You need to take accountability for how some events in your life turn out. You can't blame other people if you want to make life harder for yourself by only valuing opportunities that you've created for yourself and not valuing the opportunities you're given. You can't blame other people for that. So yes, take some accountability. Take opportunities when they're offered to you. Keep your ears to the ground, because spirit is trying to communicate with you, actively give you advice on how you're going to like get the long-term objective of what you want and need. Spirit is speaking to you. Listen. Okay. Okay, so we've got the healer of action now. This is a time when you can do whatever you set your mind to if your heart is open. You're being asked to do many things at once. You won't mind as long as you know you're making a difference. This card indicates someone who is loving, intelligent, passionate, and fun, which could definitely describe you. This person can handle difficult situations with grace. Yeah. Maybe I need to take something back. I think there's something I need to take back here, because I said to you that you only value opportunities that you create and not opportunities that you're given. You're trying to give yourself time. That's why you do that. You're trying to give yourself time. You're trying to make sure you don't overcommit. That's why you're doing what you are doing. So I got to take that back, sweetie. The reason why you fire signs are not taking opportunities that you're given is because when you are making your opportunities, it takes time for you to make your own opportunities. Whereas when they're given to you and you walk into them, you don't know if you have the skills or the abilities to be, to be able to, fulfill the obligations that you're being asked to fulfill, as a trade for these opportunities that you're given. You don't know if you're going to be able to just acclimatize to this new situation that you're thrust in. Even though you do like new opportunities, when you create opportunities rather than walk into them, you know what you're walking into. When somebody else gives you opportunities, you don't know what you're walking into. So this is you trying to manage your time properly. But again, not take for granted that if you're being offered an opportunity, that you already have the tools necessary to be able to do them justice. And if you don't, guess what? There's always an opportunity to learn new skills. And something tells me you're absolutely going to do that either way. Just take the opportunities. Just take the opportunities, right? 8 of abundance. This is a time of learning and honing your skills. You may feel inspired to go back to school, take seminars on topics that fascinate you, or educate yourself on the healing arts. This is a good time to change jobs or make a career move. The key to success is in the details. Monitor your projects carefully. I really feel that you should take the opportunities that you're given rather than creating your own, because it will, it will give you the actual space to study and learn. And on top of that, if we're talking employment, which is still on the ground right now, we might be talking about you getting paid and getting paid to learn on top of that. Just take the opportunities, don't make your own, because that's a longer path that might lead to less reward. I feel like either way though, whether you create your own opportunities or whether you take the ones you're given, I feel like you're really gonna, you are going to study at some point. You are going to learn as much as you can, and you are really going to hone your skills to a level where people can actually depend on you in a work situation or in a professional situation or in a business situation. I feel like you are going to become, at the end of the 9 years, you're going to become a master at what you do. But one thing that I would suggest is just go the easy route. Fuck everything else. Go the easy way. Go the easy way. The easy way might lead to more rewards for you, because, if nothing else, you get your time. You can refund money. You can't refund your time. You can't get your time back. So take the easier route. You don't always have to like go the harder way just to give yourself space. Go the easy route for once. Like, when this happens, this will happen a lot smoothly, a lot more smoothly. So take the opportunities that you're getting. Take them. Okay? 7 of abundance. Have patience. Sometimes dreams grow slowly. Don't worry. The hard work you've invested will bring about a bountiful harvest. This is a good time to prepare because things will soon move forward quickly. Use this time to rest and plan. So whilst you're studying and whilst you're taking up opportunities that are giving you like money on the side, take this time to prepare yourself. This is your preparation stage. This is why you're being told to go with what's easiest and what brings you more joy, because it allows you better space and clarity to prepare for when things get serious. Okay? Now, I think things will get serious for you. Like, it's not going to be at the end of the 9 years. It's going to be like you have like a couple years or maybe 3 years to get yourself together, and then it's go time. Or it could be like within the, yeah, I feel like it's within the next 2 to 3 years. That's when I feel like everything will kind of fall into place for you, and it will really be go time. Maybe even 4 to 5 years. Yeah, like maybe in the 4 to 5 year mark, you're going to be expected to step up to the plate. But unlike the water signs, you don't have to do that yet. You have time still. Okay, you have time still. With regards to this, all is well. It comes back to the 4 of emotion. All is well. When things seem like they're not going your way, they are actually going your way. I've learned this too. So, yeah, all is well. Archangel Jeremiah. Everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to. With hidden blessings, you will soon understand. Yeah, I feel like, yeah. Just because you don't get what you want immediately, don't take for granted that you're not going to get anything better. You absolutely will. Everything is happening the way it's supposed to happen. Never despair, fire signs. You got this. You definitely got this. So that was for the fire signs. That was for Aries, Leo, and Sage. All right, Sagittarius. Got to use Sag a bit more seriously now. But let's get on to the air signs. All right, air signs right here. So for you, we have the 8 of Thought, the Guardian of Abundance, which is the King of Pentacles, Ace of Emotion, Ace of Cups, Ace of Thought, Ace of Swords, Indigo, and Crystal Children. This will be interesting. Okay, so let's have a look at this. 8 of Thought. This is for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. You may feel as though you're restricted by the circumstances you find yourself in, but that's just an illusion. Make a promise to yourself to refuse to be stuck in a situation that's making you unhappy. Don't wait for someone to come to the rescue when you can free yourself. Oh, air signs. I did say that stellium will cause problems. And it's not necessarily because there's a stellium in Aquarius for both the lunar eclipse and Ostara. It's not necessarily because there's a stellium. It's because of what planets they are. It's like you've got Mercury retrograde, you've got fucking Rahu, you've got Mars. Like, you've got these combative, you know, fast-paced like planets fighting for supremacy in that one area of our collective chart. So air signs, you're going to be feeling this the most, okay? And with regards to Rahu, it seems like everybody's going to be following in a particular direction when it comes to societal norms and everything else. And you're going to think that because it's right in line with the way that you think and the way that you perceive things, you're going to be lulled into thinking that your way of thinking is going to make you safe. And a rude awakening comes and you find yourself having to reevaluate everything, right? I want to say that this is a good opportunity, that, you know, I want to say that this is a good opportunity, that this is, yeah, I want to say that this will work out well for you. But it really depends on you as a person rather than you as a sign, right? It really depends on you as a person rather than you as a sign. But let's get to the other card, the Guardian of Abundance. This is a time of great success for you. All your plans are blessed and will move forward perfectly. Unexpected job opportunities arise in the near future. Make sure to accept them. This card indicates that someone with an amazing career is involved in the situation. This is a powerful person with great integrity who enjoys hard work. This person could be you. Oh, here we go. I feel like there's a turnaround here. I feel like you're starting to understand that the old ways aren't working. But then this could represent somebody who's in the status quo, or somebody who's successful in the status quo. But then you kind of realize that even though they make you feel good, it makes you feel good to be around them, that their ways are not the ways that work anymore. Or it could be that this person is thinking outside the box and you're learning from them. So I think that's what's happening. I think one of you or both of you are thinking outside the box, and that is what unlocks new motivations, new belief systems, and new concepts for you. I feel like that's what's going on here. I feel like you will be broken out of the status quo quite unceremoniously. Because if there's one thing I know about Rahu is just... Let's move on. Anyway, Ace of Emotion. This cherub is announcing that a wonderful new emotional experience is coming into your life. You may meet someone new who makes your heart flutter, or your current relationship will experience a reawakening. It's also possible that your intuitive abilities will be greatly increased by your open heart. So it goes, you go from having, like within the first few years, like some level of self-doubt, but then it's like you start reawakening in a new way. It's like you come into a new purpose, a new way of seeing relationships, a new way of seeing yourself. And it's like the scales are off your eyes and you can see clearly again. That's what this feels like. It feels like you can see clearly again, and it feels great. It doesn't feel blissful necessarily at a time like this, but the clarity that you might feel from this chaos, from everything that's been building, it may lead you into a more confident and stable emotional state. Okay? That's what I'm seeing for you. This, I love this so much, because it's like awakening to the truth, like getting to know the truth, understanding the truth. I feel like that, you know, that like that inquisitiveness of the air sign mind, it doesn't stop. You want to know the truth. You want to know what's behind everything. And I feel like that will be your saving grace in the end. When it comes to this 9-year cycle, you wanting to know the truth and you wanting to understand everything, that is absolutely going to be your saving grace. And that's going to be the thing that takes you over the top. You will go from feeling hopeless and feeling dejected to slowly opening your curiosity up more and more. And by the time the end of the 9-year cycle comes around, you will absolutely body all of your professional interests. Or you may do better in your social circles, and that might lead to some new opportunities in your field. I feel like that's what's going to happen. I feel like, you know, you make the right connections. The right connections encourage you to think outside the box. You end up thinking outside the box. You attract the right people to you. That's what I think is going to happen. And yeah, it's not a great start, but definitely a good outcome. Okay. And then with Indigo and Crystal Children, it says with Archangel Metatron, you have a bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitive. That just means neurospicy. I feel like getting in touch with younger people, people younger than you, or if you're like a younger person, if you're like 18 to 21 or something. It might be that you meet more people from your peer group who are not like yourself, who are, you know, a little bit different to you. And they open your mind to new understanding and new ways of looking at things. I feel like you will have a reawakening of sorts, and you will be exposed to new things, new people, new ways of life, and that will really reconnect you with your purpose. Or if you didn't have a purpose until now, connecting you with your purpose. Do you understand what I mean? So it's, yeah, not a great start, but definitely a fabulous outcome, without a doubt. Okay, so earth signs, let's get to you. Okay, so for you, we've got the 6 of action. Okay, wow. Okay, we've got a win-win situation. We've got 8 of action. Oh my God. We've got 3 of emotion. There's nothing but good luck here. What these? Oh my goodness. This seems to be quite a far cry from, I don't know. Like, when I did my astrology for your signs, this is for Taurus, Virgo, and Cappy, by the way. When I did my astrology for your signs, I got a lot more downbeat stuff than this. But then again, maybe, I feel like you're in your element here, earth signs. Water signs, I thought the water signs were in their element, but nah, it's you. It's you. Like, the more this world plunges into chaos, is the more this life is going to be your personal playground. Let's have a look. Let's have a look though. So we've got the 6 of action. What a wonderful experience for you. Your project is a total success, bringing awards, promotions, or other recognition for your efforts. Well done. If someone who can help you offers assistance, know that this person is heaven sent and say yes. I said the same thing to fire signs. You get an opportunity, fucking take it. Take it. But whereas, like, with fire signs, it's a blessing in disguise. For you, it's just a straight up blessing. For you, it's just a straight up blessing. You get new opportunities, they're straight up blessings, take them. You got nothing to lose by taking them. You're another group of signs who don't like to do things the easy way. So you and fire signs, you don't like to do things the easy way. You like to do everything, you know, the hard way, just to prove you've got some grit. But like, you're going to come across opportunities that you've actually wanted. Take them. Take them. Don't give it a second thought. Do not give it a second thought at all. Okay, so I feel like your confidence is growing, but I feel like your confidence is growing because you're understanding who you are more as well. So I feel like that comes into it too. But let's go into this card right here, which is the win-win situation. There's strength in diversity. By blending the ideas of other people with your own, you can often come up with a solution that's magnificent. Start by focusing on the aspects that everyone agrees upon, and then open your mind to compromise and working together. Stay balanced and seek out a moderate approach. It seems like there's a mixture of fire signs and earth and air signs going on with your particular tarot reading. You see, with the fire signs, they're being blessed with opportunities. Only in your case, you want those opportunities, right? With this right here, this mimics the air signs a little bit more, like you being opened up to new experiences and thinking outside the box. You want to know what's so crazy? What's so crazy is that earth signs, you're supposed to be the stubborn ones of the zodiac. You're supposed to be the ones who don't want to embrace new things. But here, that's not the case at all. That's not the case at all. You're more than happy to embrace new ideas, to accept feedback from other people, to learn new things, to hold yourself accountable. Like, You're probably the one element that I've done readings for so far that doesn't have a single problem with being accountable. You don't have a single problem with being accountable at all. Okay, which is great. Which I love for you guys. Like, it feels like it's not really about compromise. It's just because you know what your long-term objectives are. You are not allowing your egos to get in the way. And that's exactly what I see for you guys. Again, nothing but good luck here. 8 of action. There's so much going on right now that it may feel overwhelming to you. And yet it's wonderful to be so busy with work that you love. Express gratitude for the blessings of heaven that are taking up your time, even if life feels challenging. If you're asked to travel and take a flight, then do so with confidence. That goes in line with this. Some of you are going to be traveling long distance, and you're going to love it, and it's going to be very fulfilling for you, and it's going to reawaken a lot of things that are connected to your career and your destiny and your life purpose. So it's like, you know, like there's just a lot of success and a lot of happiness that I'm seeing here, which is so weird. It's very weird. It's very, very weird. And I feel like all the joys that you experience from being in new places and meeting new people, it has a direct effect on your home life, a very highly beneficial effect on your home life, on your private life. So I feel like for the next 9 years, especially within like year 4 onwards, you're going to be very busy doing things that actively fulfill you. You're going to feel like your cup is being filled, like repeatedly. You're going to feel like your cup is being filled repeatedly as you go through this process. With this right here, your social life is going to pick up, not drastically, but just enough where you start to notice a richer quality of life, which is so good, right? 3 of emotion. Wonderful news is on its way. Announcements regarding engagement, pregnancies, births, or graduations will be revealed. New friends will be made, or communities of like-minded people will draw closer to one another. Exciting new beginnings or happy endings are just around the corner. Your social life is going to pick up. I don't know about your love life. That's quite an open-ended thing. What I'm seeing is for the next 9-year cycle. And what I'm seeing is that your social life is going to pick up very nicely. It's not going to be dramatic. It's not going to be anything like huge. But you will have a more fulfilling existence in spite of all the chaos that's going on around you. It will be more fulfilling for you. And what I see here, hello from heaven, Archangel Azrael. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. Oh, earth signs. I feel like for some of you, your ancestors might have a hand in this. I feel like your ancestors might have a hand in this. I feel like they might have something to do with why your life is going as well as it is, right? I feel like you've been very, very heavily blessed. I'm not sure why. I feel like some of you might have been, really working hard on, making your family legacy, successful, or helping it to continue in some way. But yeah. Things are looking good. Things are looking pretty good. I'm not going to lie to you. Things are looking very, very good for you at the moment. And I feel like you have the blessings of the ancestors and your spiritual guides on your side as well. They're heavily on your side here. This is probably the most positive reading I've ever gotten. I feel like for some of you earth signs, loss is not really loss. You've gained something. It feels like for some of you, when you have losses you're going to gain something really, really significant. So if I were you, I'd keep an eye on everything. I'd keep an eye on things. So yeah. So anyway, that was the readings for Ostara 2026 and the 4 elements. I will be back soon for the Uttara Bhadrapada new moon, which happens a day before Ostara. So we got a lot to talk about. Okay, so we'll talk again. Peace and blessings. Love you guys. Bye bye, my darlings.